Daylight to all. Purge. What does that mean to you? Letting go. Releasing. Being done with something. I personally page. I personally purge all the time. And the reason why I do it all the time is because I always go back into accumulating things. The same thing I purged is the same thing I welcomed back into my life. But this sort of purge is one that you want to be done with. You want no more of. The actual meaning of purge, that it's being released, is going out to stay out. I purge all the time. With what I can control, what I can move and take away and release. The reasons I do it is because it reminds me of what's important when all the things that were not necessary are gone. When there's nothing there, it sets my mind on things that I need to worry about. And that's usually me. I need to attend to. That's me. So, no more of purging only to invite these things back in. No more of that. You're going to grow sick and tired of yourself. I know I am. You're starting to get tired of yourself. Tired of that part of it. Just why are we doing that? Why do we keep looping? Why do we keep forgetting? Why, when we know what we can do and how to do it to avoid certain things? Why don't we just do what we have to do? If it takes so, let it be so. Extreme measures. If I have to plaster it on my mirror, write it on my walls. Stay awake. Don't eat that cheesecake. You know, whatever you know is holding you back, is keeping you trapped, making you feel bad, making you feel insecure, keeping you in this horrible version that was only supposed to be for a little time. Giving yourself grace only for a week, 2 weeks, okay, a month, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. Hold on. This is becoming a lifestyle. This horrific version is becoming our life. This version, this temporary version, is becoming or seeming to be who we are. We know who we are, but the world doesn't know. The people we meet, and we want them to see our best, highest version, at least decent. And this ain't even decent. This is horrific version of us. They can't even get the decent version because you're so insecure. Right? And it could be for so many reasons. Oh, what are we eating, right? I'm eating these things and it's breaking my skin out. So I have horrible skin now. That's very insecure. Or you're eating too much unhealthy things. Two things that will keep you bloated, get you fat, make you look lumpy and wide. That's very insecure. Even though it's not our version, our true version, it's what we're becoming. It's what we are today. And the grace period is overdue, boo. So, yes, we become sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. Purge. It's overdue. Because we purge, but then we go back to the same things we released, removed out of our life, is back in our life. It has to stop. We have to break the glass where that's it. We have to find the strength. And if we can't find the strength in ourselves in this period of time, we have to find it in something. It had crossed my mind a few minutes ago that if I can't find the strength, I know I can find it in the children. I know I can lean on them. Because look at the children, how strong they are, how strong they have to be. And I'm over here just taking it for granted, taking all the food that I can eat for free. Or at least that's the way it seems. And they're out there, don't have any food. And I'm over here overeating. I'm over here binge eating. I'm over here eating unhealthy things. And they're just lucky enough to have a carrot. They're just wishing upon a star just for a grape, just for a leaf. something, anything, an ant, something that they can eat. That is where I can draw my strength. If you can't find it in yourself, find it in somebody, something. Lean on those things. And that's just personally one of my examples. So it comes a day where the Lord and your angels know that day that you're going to stop. You're going to stop procrastinating. You're going to stop forgetting. You're going to stop negotiating with yourself. Okay, so I'll do it if this happens, or I'll start next week. Or, okay, since it's already the end of the week, I guess I'll have to start the beginning of the week. So I don't know. It's just, that's, mm-mm-mm. They know that day, but we don't, because we don't trust ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't take ourselves seriously, because time and time again we have let ourselves down, right? Whether it was willingly or unwillingly, because sometimes we forget in the moment, like, dang, I forgot I wasn't supposed to eat that. Literally, like, that's a shame. Like, how? And that's the deep part of it. How? Like, what curse is upon me? What curse is upon me that at the strike of midnight I start getting hungry and I want cheesecake every day? And I'm just using cheesecake for example. It could be anything. What kind of curse is this? Trying to get me. Trying to get me. But yeah, we forget miraculously. Like, yeah, I actually really did forget this time, Allie. Like, you're telling yourself. Like, you gotta answer to yourself. So what happened this time? I actually forgot. Yeah, like, seriously. And you're like, yeah, that's true, you did. But then the other times it's like, no, no, no. Right before you, right before the curse comes upon you again every day, you have that thought like, nah, nah, nah. We ain't looking good. We not feeling good. This ain't the good version. This ain't it. We don't need any more of that. Dang Skippy, we don't need it. This is horrific. But for some reason, we overlook it. We just bypass it. It's just not strong enough. And so we go with it. We invite it back in. After it took so much to purge it out of our system, purge it out of our skin. Sick and tired. It ain't funny. But at least we can find joy in it. I don't know if it's called this joy, but find, just know the spirit is not upset with me, but it is disappointed, because I am really sick and tired. May not sound like it, but I am. Don't be deceived. Do not be deceived. See, this is what I mean. Don't be deceived. I'm just funny. I just think I'm funny. So, or I find myself funny. But anyway, that's what I'm saying, that you know, everything that I speak about, everything is based off of me. So, um this is personal stuff. everything everything I talk about, I'm not talking about somebody else. No, no, no. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about me, my issues, my problems. My problems then in the past, my problems right now, today, what it's been. Yeah. So I need to put my foot down, right? Take control. And that's how you know it's spiritual and it's deep, because we were little ones and we've heard these commercials. We've heard older people going through the same things or talking about the same issues. And you don't want to be like this. You don't want to go through this. You want to be me. You don't want to be this version. You don't want to find yourself here. But here we are. And I'm speaking for me. I don't need to speak for everyone else. And I know I don't, because I know enough about it to be sure that I'm not crazy. I'm not a failure. I'm not just no procrastinator or this and that. No, that's not me. I mean, a little bit, right? There's some little bit of me in there. But generally, like, what? Excuse me. Why is this happening? Right? If I know who I am, why am I forgetting? Right? And this is my philosophies. This is why I talk about it. Because I know what's going on. And that's why I have to be really transparent about everything. Because you're not crazy. It's not just you. It's not like, oh, you want to be a failure. Oh, you want to be a procrastinator. It's just you have to fight through whatever is, you know, keeping you back. It could be for a good reason in the spirit, right? Maybe he's trying to teach you something, make you wait for something. Because if these things weren't holding you back, what would you be doing? Taking control. But if he wants you to slow down or he wants to take control, he's going to do things in your life to kind of keep you still. Remember, this is not something that you're going to like or something you're going to control. Like, okay, it needs to be this way. This is how I want it to look like. No, this is him doing it. So you're not going to know how it's going to go. And you might not even like it. But what it will do is what it was sent to do. And that was to keep you still, keep you back. And remember, we're not in a world where we can, us people, where we can enjoy life the way others can. We're here for a reason. We have a bigger purpose, right? Like the way the verse say, higher purpose. It just says higher purpose. We're not here like the regular people just to live a regular life, right? And that regular life is that conventional way. And even if it's not conventional, right? Because some people don't live the conventional way, but they still have a regular life. Where it's much more easy for them to see that, okay, well, I'm open to marriage, I'm open to kids, but to people like me, or at least for me, that's not an option really. It's closer to a no than it is to a yes. That door is pretty closed. because I can't see past. I can't see in that. There's no light there. There's no light there. There's no light shining upon having children here in this world. It just doesn't. My mind doesn't go there. It always goes to, funny enough, it does go to children. It just doesn't go to children that I bear. No. It goes to like saving them, helping them. And what I mean when I say helping them, I'm meaning speak the truth. It doesn't always mean, oh, I'm gonna go there and nurse them and milk them with my breast. I could, right? The brilliance of a woman. But no, I mean what I speak, the milk the feeding that I can give out to the world. Everything that I'm doing now, I do this for the children. I do this for the innocents. Those are the innocents of the world. I do this for me because I'm stuck here as well. And it's frustrating to be enduring all of this and have to internalize it, or because it would drive you crazy. Understanding that there is injustice happening. Scratch injustice. You need to know what injustice means, right? There are things that is happening among us that no child should ever see. No child should ever have to endure. No eye should have to bear. And that's not even it. People that are leading this country, leading us, leading the people, setting these rules every day, are enemies to my Father and his creation, nature, to the truth, my spirit. Not even that. Being a slave here, having to work and labor, because work ain't even cutting it. Because some people be like, you have to work, you're just lazy if you shut up. Shut up. So that's why I said labor. I said slave away. You know what? The ones that be quick to speak are the ones that want people to work for them. They want to be a master. They want to be a slave master. That's what they want to be. Yeah. We have to work. You're just like, you want to be a slave master. Okay. So you could be a slave master, but you could shut it up. You can shut up. Okay. Go ahead. But don't talk to me. Because I don't want to hear it. Like I was saying, for me, being a slave here, and that's what I'm saying, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Be a slave master? Yeah, you're gonna be a slave master because what you gonna be, what's your business? Selling wigs? Pathetic. Selling lashes? Pathetic. We gotta work. You gotta be an entrepreneur. What are you doing? What's your business? I'm waiting. Slave master, wannabe slave master. What is your business? Exactly, like I was saying. There is nothing that you need to be working for in this world but my Father. You understand that? And the work that we do isn't truly work. Isn't truly slave. and labor. You see the work that I do, I can do it endlessly in the spirit. I love to day and night. I can go on and on and on and talk. Work, work, work. That's the work we do. It doesn't make us tired. It makes us rich in the spirit. It gives us knowledge and wisdom. It builds us up. It gives us power, pride, joy. It gives us comfort. But the work that you are referring to, that you so-called love to do, what is it giving you? Revenue? And what is your business exactly? Is it helping the children of the world? Or is it feeding the mouths of the devil and his fruits of vanity? And like, I don't get it. Okay, so that's why I need you to just go over there. People be so quick and think they can speak in our courts. Yeah, you must not know where you at. Okay, no, you don't. You don't, because you didn't know. It's okay, you didn't know. So like I was saying, working, laboring. Nope. But that's what I'm saying. Like, again, what are you selling? What are you selling? And I'm trying to make you see, like, what is there to sell? You need to become an entrepreneur. Okay, I'm trying to understand, like, what are you selling? What is your business in this world? This shouldn't be, right? It should be about my Father's business. I hear you, Jesus. I hear my baby Jesus talking about, I'm about my Father's business. I hear that, baby. Yeah. What is your business here, ma'am? Because if you ain't doing my Father's business, then you're doing the devil's work. But you want to be viewed as an entrepreneur. Pathetic. I'm not working, period. About to call me lazy. Okay. Because I don't want to be a slave master? Stop playing. And because I don't want to work in their corporations of manufacturing modified food production, you're crazy. You're crazy. Because I don't want to distribute and administer poison steroids. You have to say that real. Poison steroids. Yeah. I don't want to administer poison steroids to people. You crazy. So again, Susie, what are you doing it for? Money, revenue. That's what I thought. But want to be quick and interrupt me talking about I'm lazy. Y'all didn't hear it, but I heard it in the spirit. Like, that's somebody in the background saying, what you mean you don't want to work? What you mean? Ratchet. Listen, it's ratchet because she don't even understand. She don't even see. Like, you want to work your whole life? The system got you like that? Jesus, like, she don't know. She don't see, and it's just like, yeah, I see. But we gotta have understanding, right? Like, oh, we understand Susan because she just can't see. Nah, like, accountability, Susie. Gotta break it down to Susie. Like, Susie, you're an entrepreneur selling wigs and lashes. Like, that's not That's not amendable. That's not commendable. Nobody's admiring you unless they just can't see neither. And there's a lot of them that can't see because all they see is money. They don't see the destruction of what you're doing to the community. Okay? You ain't no better than the foreigners that do it in the neighborhoods. So, yeah, destruction to the community. And people buying it. So, of course, you've been rich. Of course, you're making your money. Of course, you want to continue working. Of course, you want to continue working. She wants to work for a living, y'all. She wants to work till death. How about that? Only because she's prospering in money and wealth and a material thing. She's not prospering in the spirit, though, guys. Let's just be clear on that. But yeah, she wants to continue working her whole life. And she wants to look down upon us because we don't want to work our whole life. Only because she's actually her business, yeah, whatever her entrepreneur business is, it's prospering. But really, it is destroying the community, it is destroying the people, and it's actually robbing them. Like, it's destroying them. But she's getting rich off of it. And she wants to look down upon people that don't want to work for these people. They don't want to be no longer a slave. They want to be free. But she doesn't see it that way. Because Jesus said she can't see. She does not know. So we have to forgive her and we have to come with understanding. But I'm here to tell you, I'm coming with accountability and the truth. He's just giving you grace. But the truth is the truth. How pathetic are you? You could give so much understanding, okay. But the person ain't learning. The person clearly is not understanding through those methods. Okay. So let me say it a different way. And it may not come off as subtle. Oh, forgiving, very gracefully. I'm not Jesus. I don't have to. And I'm also a woman speaking to another woman. So it will be different. But yeah, she wanted to be addressed, so we addressed her, y'all. But definitely a good point, because this needed to be discussed. I know we were talking about purging, but shoot, let's purge whatever spirit that is. Same message. I mean, a nonsense. All of it is nonsense. Purge it away. Purge it away. Clear it up. Let's get it addressed. She thought she was doing something. She thought she was saying something big. Like, she thought she had big words. Yeah. Not at all. No. Nobody admires you. No. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to buy from you over here. That's why if you stay over here, your business is going to fall. Because it's part of the construct. What you mean? The system's construct. It's going to fall. Yeah, it's going to be falling like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's where it is. All destruction. And that's the thing. Like, when it comes to truly being genuine and sincere, anything that's positive and good for the people, the world, it should be free. It should be free. Like, generally. You know. It should be free. But even still, it's also what it is, right? So like, if it's wigs and lashes, synthetic stuff, that's why it's not admirable. Like, come on. and it's destruction of of people and community. I mean, come on. You selling that? You selling anything then? You selling anything? Plain and simple, black and white. Ain't no argument in that. You sell anything synthetic, and people actually paying for it. That's why it needs to be addressed. Because we should be saying, okay, where's all the real fabrics? Right? It's like some people, like this store only sells polyester material. We need to shut them down. They're a danger to the community. They know what they're doing. They choosing to sell us the cheap material, cheap and fake materials in our community. And we're still buying it up, making them rich. Because they're entrepreneurs. And now that they're rich and they got their own business, we're supposed to be admiring that. We're supposed to be applauding it. Because they're just an entrepreneur. Yeah, I was an entrepreneur since I was 16. Selling what? See, they bypass the products of what this person is distributing. All they hear is a business. I was a businesswoman. Yeah, I've been grinding since I was 15. Selling what? Nobody cares about that part. All they see is that now this person's rolling in a Rolls Royce. This person got their own. All you hear from this person is, oh, I got my own. And of course, people that are looking to this person or listening to these people, all they hear is motivation, right? Of course. But what happened to how you got it? Not all money is good money. How did you get it though? That's the admirable part. But we in a different generation, when we don't look at facts, we just look at do you have a degree? Do you have a paper? Do you have something to validate it? Like, I need something to show for it. Like, it needs to glitter more so that they can see that ain't nobody can outshine me. Like those things. And it's just like, ew. Like, no. Because the back of my mind, all I'm going to be thinking is like, this glitter is a lot and it's shining all right. You are the shiniest person in here, but is it polyester? That's what I'm wondering. In the back of my mind, when you over here saying how you've been grinding since you was 16 and now you just this businesswoman, what was the product that you was selling? Oh, I was selling artificial nails and artificial wigs. Okay. Wow. Yeah, and I'm a multimillionaire. Wow. I have 2 houses and 4 cars and we don't need for nothing. Oh, wow. This is what synthetic fake this is what the synthetic can buy you. Like, this is what being fake can get you. It can get you this far in this system. Oh yes. Girl, I got like 6 bank accounts. 5 black cards. I don't even know what black cards is, but Okay, we get the message, right? Okay. So, but again, we have boasted up these people by applauding them. Mm-mm-mm. When they should actually feel ashamed of themselves. Who wants to put out a faulty product? Who wants to scam people? What kind of spirit is that? Like, dang, I know things are expensive, but I'm not about to put out a product that's polyester. Like, if it's something I'm trying to start a business, a clothing business, I get that real cotton and all that is expensive. It might not be the highest count, but it's still gonna be cotton when it's tested. It probably could be the lowest cotton, the lowest thread, but it won't be fake. Unless you a person that don't mind wearing polyester, then maybe you don't mind everyone else wear. You don't mind selling it because you don't mind buying it. Maybe, hey, you know. But that's the thing. It's good. That ain't good enough for me because it ain't good for anybody. Maybe you don't know, maybe you do know, maybe you don't care too much, maybe you don't mind it. But for me, and if I'm going to speak for the people, because I'm on the council too, and I have a say so as well, I'm saying that I feel and I do believe that we should do away with polyester. And polyester is just a sort of type of synthetic fabric. There is many others. So any synthetic fabric, you wouldn't dare put synthetic fabric on your newborn, would you? I don't think so. You make sure that it's nice and cottony, don't you? So it's just like, this is what I mean when I say we expose the wicked deeds. Maybe they don't see it as wicked. Maybe they think this too serious, too deep. But wicked is wicked. Unruly is unruly. Pathetic is pathetic. Like, fake is fake. Fake falls under unruly. Synthetic falls under fake. Real is real. Real is right. And right is ruly. Black and white. There's no in between. But there is an in between in this world, in this system. There is a such thing as cotton and polyester, right? There's a mixture. It's just, oh God. So there that is. But do you know that since we, the people, have the power, because remember, we're the ones that buy from these entrepreneurs, we can actually stop buying from them. We can actually strike their business. Like, we can actually just refuse to buy from them and sort of make them, whether they could go out of business, whether they choose to stop selling their merchandise. But if we, without having to force them to do anything, because what are we forcing? But we can, like I'm doing, addressing it. We're not trying to take away your business, honey, but it's what you're supplying to us. We prefer, we like, we love, we need real fabric. Do you understand me, honey? Businesswoman, we want real fabric. So can you sell that? We'll buy it. We get it. Make your money. But can you sell us real fabric? And then we'll respect you, We'll respect you. But to think that people are going to to think I'm going to respect you. You can get all the respect from everyone else because they don't see it. They don't see the truth in it. They just see, oh, people making money. People got their own business. People got their own things because of it. It's not good enough. It will never be. So purging could be all those things. Purging all the synthetic materials out of your life, the synthetic people, everything, everything that ain't real. what is real anymore, right? And that's why it's so important to purge, because you don't want to be confused. You don't want to be looping and looping, purging and only to go back to the same things, inviting them back in. No. They never was good for us. They're bringing us down, making us feel insecure, making us look like a horrific version of ourselves. Ugh. Yeah, you could say, listen, before anyone else says it, let you say it, right? Just face it. This is horrific. This ain't right. And we've all had those situations, those days, those moments where you look in a reflection and you're just like, huh? Like the baby in Tarzan. Huh? Looking like what? Yeah. And that's okay, right? There's understanding on why. Oh, because we're using these products, these synthetic products that our skin is allergic to. It's allergic to poison. It's reacting to it. And the foods, right? Things we shouldn't be eating or overeating, a little too much of this, a little too little of that. We have to find the healthy balance. Everything's going to be balanced. Everything takes work, but at least let it be worth the work. Let it be the healthy work, the healthy balance. Like at least we're eating healthy and find a balance in those things. But you trying to find the balance in eating unhealthy, throw the whole plate away. What are you doing? What do you throw it away? It's just, that's what I mean. Purge it. There's nothing to question. It's trash. That's why you look like trash. Yeah. That's why when you woke up, you had 5 pimples on your cheek. I'm talking about me. Yeah. When I woke up, I had a double chin. Yeah. That's why. Because we ate trash. And if we ate trash, we're going to start looking like trash. You know why? Because the stuff we are eating, the stuff we're putting on our skin was made from trash. It has trash ingredients to destroy the skin and the cells in our body, to slow it down. You're gaining weight more than you can lose it. I mean, it just ain't going away. They done advanced in technology where they're making these things like steel. The fat in you is like steel. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't melting away. I mean, it will. Shoot, we got no choice. But what I'm saying is just generally, like, what is this? I'm saying you could eat one fry. That's 20 pounds. two fries, that's 50 pounds. And let you not get up and walk after that. Let you don't stay in the bed that whole day. That's 100 pounds right there that you just gained. Listen, don't just hear it from me. You see, right? You'll see. I don't know what they doing, but they working. That's what I'm saying. It ain't just you. It ain't just me. You know, having a little bit of cheesecake shouldn't have done that to your face now. Okay? And that's what I mean. It's within it. What's in this? Right? You're saying you're a businesswoman. What are you selling? You know? I need to know. I'm not gonna just I'm starting to question. Something ain't right. And I'm sick and tired. Because I'm starting to realize, even though I have already, but it's to the point where it's like, all right, yeah, I can't afford it. I can't afford, and I'm using cheesecake as an example, but I can't afford another cheesecake. That's what I mean. It's to the point where it's like, I need to purge it. I need to purge these lotions and these potions. Like, I need to just purge it. And purge it to the point where I don't invite it back into my home. When I say my home, where I dwell, where my spirit is, where my spirit is supposed to feel safe and secure from invaders. Because I'm supposed to control what goes in. And it does its best to release toxins. It does its best. My baby spirit, my body, always working. I'm supposed to control what goes in. And it controls what goes out. And it does its best with all the junk, all the trash. I had to say trash, just all the trash that I put into it. And that's the thing. Like, even if you think you're not eating as trash, even as bad, right? You can have just a fry or a cheesecake. I mean, that's not the best, right? But it's not even just because it was just one fry. It was because what was in that one fry, what was in that piece of cheesecake. It was 50 pounds in that piece of cheesecake, 50 pounds of fat in that cheesecake. 50 pounds? What'd they put in that? You see? What was their motive making this? To make you big and obese. That's what they wanted. What was their motive? To make you break out in hives. Like, that's what I'm getting at. Because that's what's happening. So God is saying, throw it away. Don't ever go back to it. Like, you can't run from it. Look at your face. Look at your chin. Look at it. Stop. Freeze. We can't rewind, so but we gonna call the future. This is it. Get behind me. Get behind me. Matter of fact, don't even get behind me. I don't want you behind me. Get in the trash. Get in the trash, tie it up, and give it to the trash valet. Throw it in the compactor. Yeah, and watch it smash. Watch it go away. And say, peace be with you. Because I don't want you. Don't ever come back. Because I'm not going to invite you. So that's all I wanted to say. It needed to be said. Almost like a documentation. I'm not the document type. And that's probably my pride. One part of it. Also because I just didn't think I needed to, because it was in the universe. But this is a different thing. This is like the physical, right? I know all the spiritual things I do is written, right? Everything I say doesn't always have to be recorded. But this is working on the flesh. This is controlling the flesh. So I have to remember. Like, it's beyond me when I start to forget that I wasn't supposed to eat certain things. Like, how did I forget that, Alize? And I really did forget it. Like, I'm like, and it's just like, it'd be the days where I'll make a vow and I'll say, we're not eating this ever again. I made a vow to myself, and I'm breaking those vows. Thank God they're not big major vows, to me at least. Right? Like, big vows to me are, the big vows. But me saying like, oh, I'm not going to eat this again, or I'm not going to buy this again, and I end up buying it maybe 2 weeks later, or I'm upset. But I'm not too too hard. But it's to the point where now I have no choice but to be hard on myself, because now I see what it's doing to me, right? I see what it's doing to my skin. Um, and of course, throughout life, when you're eating crappy or when you're using products that your skin is reacting to, you instantly, right? We go through periods, right? But this time, it's like when it gets out of hand, just like everything is kind of speeding up. Everything is speeding up in the world. It's like things are just sort of kind of getting out of control, to the point where now you can't unsee it, or you can't just say, oh, it's all right. No, it's not all right. It doesn't look all right. This is far from us. Like, no. So this is a documentation, just so that in like 3 weeks, when I listen back to this, I can be like, that was the day that I actually stopped, that I actually believed in myself, that I actually took myself serious. Because we always hear people that say, oh, well, you're just not taking yourself seriously. And you can never really concept that. Like, huh? Like, when someone says, oh, you don't love yourself, for me at least, no one ever said that personally to me. But when I've heard that, I could never truly understand if that was me. Like, but I also never thought too deep about it. I'm like, wait, so if I'm doing this to myself, does that mean I don't love myself? Right? And it wasn't until recently I had that epiphany, because, like I'm saying, I never had discipline. That's why my father keeps me. I mean, discipline in a way where you just needed discipline. No, I think because I am a free person, like, I come from a free place. So I'm used to just being who I am, but it's hard for me in this world, of course. So that's why I say I'm not a disciplined person, but he has done what he's done to me to train me as a child. And that's where my discipline comes from. So now that I have to now that I have to discipline myself, it's weird. Because naturally I would always say I'll spoil myself, because as I should. If I want something, I'll get it. But now I'm coming to the truth, the harsh truth, that you can't spoil yourself in this world, right? You can't just feed yourself all the things you want, Allie. Right? If you're a foodie, because I don't have a limit, right? Like, that's just the type of spirit I have. Just like with everything that I talk about, I could talk, I'm endless. Like, that's my personality. So I think I'm that way with everything. So now it's kind of catching up to me. Someone's in the background like, well, you're 30 now. Shush. Not even that. It's just my lifestyle anyway. I'm not as active as I used to be and things like that. So it's the evident things. I know why. But yeah, it's just the simple fact that it's catching up to me. And so now I have to discipline myself. I have no choice. And so when it comes to the question of, oh, wait, if I'm treating myself this way, does that mean I don't love myself? And I think that, because I have actually addressed this just kind of discreetly. Before I said something like, if I don't feel like getting up to take a shower, then I'm just gonna be and I'm just gonna be like filthy, or I'm just gonna stink, right? Because I'm gonna do it when I feel like it. And so I came to understand that I must not love the flesh. All day I love the spirit, and all day I attend to it. I feed it. I always say, I choose the spirit. I choose to feed the spirit more than I choose to anything else, right? To work on the flesh. So I recently came to understanding that, okay, I now understand what they mean. Like, you don't love yourself if you don't do that. You don't love yourself if you do that. And so, and I knew I love myself. But then I'm like, do I love the flesh? And that's when it became real. Because I love the spirit more. I love both, but let's be real. The spirit is who I am. And it's not, I'm not wrong for how I feel. It's just understand that I am spirit and I'm living in this body, right? I'm the host in this body, but I still have to tend to it. I still have to love it. And that is where I have, I guess, that issue. It's just like being this person that I am, being so in tune with the spirit. I like spiritual things. I don't really like the flesh when it comes to even things that I can think back of, like, excuse me, like when I would get a scratch or a scab, like just a little scab. When I was younger, I would hate to see it. I would hate to touch it. I would hate to get it wet. I went, like, if I'm in the shower, I would hate to like have the water touch it. And I've always had that like, I guess it's a phobia. But yeah, even still, like, it's weird because it's not like, oh, I hate the flesh. No, I love it. But at the same time, I know that there's little signs that show me that I'm more spirit. Like, I'd rather be on the spiritual part of things. I don't like to see the inside of the body. It's gross to me. And I work in healthcare. So of course I can stomach it. I'm around it. I have to deal with it. But if someone asks me if I want to be a surgeon, no, I don't want to be a surgeon because I don't want to see it. I only put up with it, right? To an extent. I'm not over here operating on people. I can see scabs, I can see skin issues, I can see ulcers and deep wounds, and that is pushing it because the smells that come from it is just horrendous. And I'm sure it's horrendous to everybody because it's decomposing. It's dead tissue. The body is dying. It's a corpse, right? It's a dying. So of course it's not pleasant. But here's the thing, you would know if you're a person that can stand it, that enjoys it, that loves it. It can still be unpleasant, but you're fascinated. That's not me. It's apparent where my love lies and where my passion is. It's talking about me and the love of the truth and knowledge and God. It's all those things. So my career would be on the opposite side of this career that I'm in. But yeah, there's just certain signs, which is not a bad thing. So to answer the question, do I really love the flesh? And even if I do, it's like we need to work on it, right? Like work on the spirit, work on the flesh, work on yourself, improve. Yeah, there needs to be some improving. And that's all it is, right? That's all it is. That's all it takes. Just working on the flesh now. I've worked on the spirit and I've neglected the flesh, right? And everyone has their days, their seasons when you're just not willing to work, willing to put in the work on certain things. But that's why I'm addressing it. We need to love ourselves, all of ourselves, even the body, right? We have to, like, even though I am a spirit, come on now. Like, I'm in this body. People identify me from the surface. Like, they see this. So that's why it's important. And I will just say, I don't hate the flesh. There's no hatred. And that's why I feel like I have to just say that because, again, I never had to think about it. Like, oh, I just hate the flesh. No, that but I think it comes up because I know that someone, again, people say those things. They say, you don't love yourself if you do this. So it just made me think, like, not that I ever said that I don't like it. It's just, I guess I don't act like I do. Like I need to show it, you know? But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to convey. In a way, saying maybe I don't like the flesh as I, or love it the way that I should. That's all. And that the body does gross me out. Because really it's a beautiful, horrific thing, right? As it should be. So it's not like, oh, I'm being harsh on the body or I'm not being fair to it. No, it's beautiful. But just as it's beautiful, it can be disgusting. Do you understand? That's how he created it. Like the healing process is not, is nasty, but once it heals, it's beautiful. So I'm not saying anything that isn't true. It is disgusting when you don't take care of it, right? And when, if you work in healthcare, or not even if you work in healthcare, if you have a body and you don't take care of it, it's going to start decomposing. It's going to start stinking. So it's not like the easiest thing to be like, oh, the body is just so lovable. No, it's not easy. You got to maintain it. So it's not the best thing. Remember, this is not, it doesn't define me. It's just a place that I'm in, right? It's just a place where I dwell. So yes, I have a right to be like, ugh, it's not easy being in this sort of body, right? Because it I have to maintain it. It's a whole organism. It breathes, it sheds. It needs to be it needs to release things. It stinks sometimes. Like, and I can say to myself, "Oh, I don't want to stink." It stinks. So sorry if I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not the biggest fan of this body that I'm in. My spirit doesn't stink. I don't stink. It's the body. My spirit's not breaking out. It's the skin on this body. So sorry if I'm not the biggest fan. So yes, it is uh sometimes it's not easy to tend to it all the time because it needs constant attention. Just like I gotta feed it all the time, and it's just like, oh my God. Like, here, just eat this. And it's just like, now I'm eating things that I shouldn't. So just, it ain't easy. That's it. It just ain't easy. And so to say that I don't love it, it's not that. It's just, it just ain't easy. But we want to do better. We will do better. Because we have to remember it's part of us. It is us in a way. And it has been us, right, for 30 years. So it deserves the love. It deserves the love. And I addressed this in my other live because this is something that I have come to like acknowledge recently. This is all recent, that I do love. I want to say myself, and that's why I want to start using I want to say that myself is my body, because I don't ever want to neglect myself, my body. And I know it's easy to do that. And it's understandable. No one should ever make you feel bad about it. Because there's people, right? We all have issues where, oh, people could look at you and be like, especially when you're younger, kids are not nice when, they see acne on your face and they think, oh, you're just not washing your face. I'm washing my face. I'm going through puberty, right? I can't help that the body is reacting to it. You see, it's not easy. It's not easy. But it deserves respect. It deserves nourishment. It deserves equal feeding, just as the spirit. But let's get real. The balance and understanding the cons and the pros to it. Taking accountability and giving grace for how I feel about it. And that's all it is. You know? Or when your deodorant doesn't work well, because you can't just use any cheap deodorant, it wore off too soon, or it just doesn't react as well to your body. Again, is it easy to live in this body? No, it isn't. The body's in control. You're just here to realize it. It's like, oh, body doesn't like that. Doesn't like that lotion, doesn't like that soap. I'm breaking out, can't use that soap. What soap can I use? I got to get clean. What are they doing to me? What products are they putting in all these products? They all the same. My body don't like none of it. You know, it ain't even the body's fault. That's the bigger thing about it. Right? So there's so many things I can point out that yes, it's not easy being in this body because the body has its own entitlement, right? Like it needs, it wants. It does what it wants when it wants. It has to. It's working for you. When you're overheating, you're gonna sweat. If you sweat, you might stink. Okay. If this deodorant is not strong enough for you, it's gonna let you know. If this lotion is, your skin is irritant to it, it's gonna show you it. It's just like, and then you question, okay, what's in these ingredients? Why doesn't my skin like this? So again, is it easy? No, it isn't. Is it my fault? No, it isn't. Should I feel shameful because I'm not so the biggest fan of it? No, I'm sure God's like, I'm sure you wouldn't be. He even tells us that the body is weak. Life itself can show us that the body is temporary. It's going to change. It's going to keep changing. We can't control that. Just like when you look in the reflection, you're getting older. You're not going to be the biggest fan of it. There you go. So what am I saying that's really not okay? What am I saying that doesn't make sense? I'm just being real about it. Right? Some people have the issue with the aging. Some people have the issue with the skin. Some people, everyone's issue could be different. Or they could have all the issues about the body. They can hate something about the body or dislike it, however they feel. But everyone has issues with the body. You know why? Because the body is different from who they are. Right? Just like you say, the flesh, the color of my skin does not define me. I am more than those things. Well, some people actually have issues with their skin color. And so they hate them. They hate the flesh. There we go. Sometimes they'll say they hate themselves, but once they mature, they'll see it's not. They don't hate themselves. They hate the flesh. They hate the skin of their body. And I'm over here just pointing out that, dang, I'm hating the little pimples, the double chin right now, or I'm pointing out that some days I like to just like chill. Like I don't want deodorant. It's okay because I'm not going to be offending no one. I'm staying home. Please leave me alone. Like the body, like it's okay. You can sweat. You can stink. That's fine. Dang, like I don't got to always jump in the shower. Like, so excuse me if that is called neglecting. Excuse me if I'm neglecting myself or neglecting the body and I don't love it. Oh, you must not love yourself. Maybe. Hey, I guess so. But, at the end of the day, we should be able to laugh about it. come to understanding about it.
That's all, and just work on it, because that's what it's all about. Don't let anyone make you feel like this and that, when it's like, no, this is an everyday process. Just like every day we got to take it one day at a time. Every day we have to choose to get up and do the same thing over again. Brush the teeth. Some days I don't even brush my teeth till like 2 p.m., right? Depending on like if I don't have anything to do. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, right? Because I'm not offending no one but myself. But that's just the truth, right? And I'm raw and transparent. But those are just little examples. Yes, can I improve? Definitely. Yes, can I be more disciplined? That was my point. I'm not that disciplined when it comes to that. And there's pros and cons to it. That's all. There's pros and cons to it. Like, if I was truly disciplined, I would be that person where every day at a particular time this is being done. But since I'm so far from discipline, it could be Monday, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I brush my teeth around 7 a.m. because I'm still in bed. I don't brush my teeth until 7 a.m. And then maybe on a Friday, I wake up at 5 a.m., but I don't brush my teeth until 2 p.m. But just know I didn't leave the house, right? But that's what I mean. That I want to be better disciplined alone, on my own. Now, if I was with someone, that'd be different. Because now you have to think about somebody else. That's different. We're talking about when no one's around. You want to be disciplined for yourself, right? And yeah, it may work for you now, but let's be real. Will this work for you in the future? Like, to question myself, like, do I truly feel okay with not being disciplined in that way? No, I don't. Because when 2 p.m. comes around, I'm just like, why am I? Like, sometimes I'll forget. And then it'll be like 8 p.m., right? Because then you'll go eat something and drink something. So that is a little things to show you why discipline is necessary, because sometimes you could just forget. But if you were disciplined, you would have got it out the way. You would have taken care of it. And then that's when you start questioning, why didn't I just take care of it? Does that mean I don't love myself? Like, does that mean I don't like myself? Right? So that's when all those other things start coming in. Are you depressed? Are you this? Are you that? Because all those things do affect your motivation and all those things. But regardless of that, we just all need to improve. I know I do. And that's it. You know, it just comes down to acknowledgement. And you can't rely on anyone else to help you, remind you, push you. So you have to. And like I said, it's not easy. So it's not you. You're not crazy. You're not lazy. It's not like you hate yourself. No. It's just that sometimes you just want to break from everything. You want to break from this constant having to do this, discipline, this and that. That's why people that don't have discipline, we look at other people that have the discipline like, okay, I get the good part of it, but I'm sure that's a lot. Like, just take a break, like, just chill, it's gonna be okay. But they're so fearful of falling off, and we understand why, because you know there's a freeness that comes with not having discipline, but there's also too much freeness. Yep. We non-disciplinary people, we know, because it just doesn't feel productive. It doesn't feel productive. So I'll say this to end it, because I don't know what else is there to say. I feel it's better to just get it done, because if you know you have to get it done, just get it done. Just get it over with. And I'll just leave it there.